Good, happy Saturday morning, July 10, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Saturday morning off to a good start. So grab that cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this edition of The Morning Show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. I hope you all enjoy watching. So let's get started right now. First up, California notes power failure concerns aimed heat wave. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Dangerous heat moving in, troubling lake levels already. We have it all covered for you. Let's get right to senior meteorologist Rob Marciano tonight with the latest track. Hey, Rob.
Hi, David. Well, the sun broke out here in the afternoon in Rhode Island, but the surf still quite high. Already, Ellis is over 100 miles east of Boston. The rest of the map, quite honestly, is a mess. We've got more severe weather heading through D.C., down across I-10 as well, from St. Louis back to Nebraska. Severe weather threat in through the early evening, and the heat's going to be the big story through the weekend. Look at all these excessive heat warnings, dangerous heat wave building across parts of the West, and some of these big cities will be threatening all-time record highs. Vegas 117 potentially on Saturday, peaking in Salt Lake City on Sunday and Monday. So another long-duration dangerous heat wave in the West.
Yeah, they just went through this weeks ago. Rob, thank you. And as Rob mentioned, really concerning temperatures. You're about to see why. We just had the hottest June on record, and now the West is looking at its third heat wave in just a matter of weeks. Tonight, the state of California, for one, worried about the strain to the power grid, residents being told to cut down on water. And this evening here, the images of the dangerously low lake levels already. Here's Matt Gutman.
Tonight, that heat wave has California authorities announcing flex alerts over concerns about power failures. This, as the nation's most populous state, like much of the West, is mired in an historic drought. The governor declaring a state of emergency in 50 of 58 counties, asking folks to cut water use by 15%.
Not only on residences, but industrial, commercial operations, and agricultural.
95% of California is designated as in a severe drought. Last year, at this time, it was 21%. In Tulare County, wells running dry. From those taps, little or no water.
You can't cool down, you can't take a proper shower, nothing.
Across the West, at Lake Powell in Utah, Lake Mead in Nevada, and Folsom Lake in California at record lows. Lake Piru is considered one of the best preserved lakes, but it's only at 20% capacity.
And this is one of the main reservoirs here in Ventura County that we rely on to do much of the work downstream.
Fueling fires, this one roaring north of Sacramento, forcing new evacuations today. So far this year, wildfires burning more than twice the acreage of last year's record fire season.
And this drought, David, is playing a critical role in wildfire fighting as well. Lakes and reservoirs in this area, many of them have dried up completely. Lake Piru, where we are right now, is at less than a fifth of its typical surface area. The water used to lap up all the way where those trees are behind me. That means that firefighting aircraft can make fewer missions, scooping up less water, costing more fuel, and a lot more money. David.
Of course, the scientists say this is all evidence of climate change. We're seeing this in more and more lakes across this country, and we're going to stay on it, Matt. Our thanks to you and to Rob tonight.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New video shows Capitol rioter threatened officer, saying, "You're gonna die tonight." Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
You say I got a crack in my windshield.
At least maybe less heartbroken.
Geico lets you file a claim any way you want.
Are you crying?
No, there's Holland.
Geico.
To the chilling words heard in newly released body camera video from the attack on the Capitol. This new video now released shows the graphic assaults against police, and a suspect can actually be heard yelling at the officers, "You're going to die tonight." Here's our Chief Justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, graphic new video showing just how vicious the threat was that officers faced defending the Capitol January 6th.
You're gonna
New footage from police body cameras showing the utter fury unleashed on officers on the steps of the Capitol as they protected a key entrance. Officers beaten as they fought off the mob. In this video, one officer knocked off his feet, the mob preparing to drag him into the crowd. Another officer seen here lying face down, surrounded, being beaten with a baton, and some of the most violent imagery yet from the insurrection. Authorities arresting more than 500 suspects, on average 3 per day, since the January 6th assault. And the investigation far from over. The FBI seeking more than 300 still to be identified rioters, including more than 200 who assaulted officers.
David, when the House Select Committee investigating the insurrection begins hearings in 2 weeks, among the first witnesses, Capitol Police officers attacked that terrible day. David?
Pierre Thomas live in Washington tonight. Pierre, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, there you go on that video and that report. And we're gonna switch gears now, and let's take a look at your weather across the United States for this Saturday. And here's a look at the weather across the United States for this Saturday. In Boston, 72 degrees. New York, 82 degrees. Washington, D.C., 85 degrees. Atlanta, 85 degrees. Jacksonville, Florida, 89 degrees. Tampa Bay, Florida, 89 degrees. And Miami, Florida, 89 degrees. In New Orleans, 88 degrees. In Dallas, 95 degrees. In Phoenix, 114 degrees. Los Angeles, 85 degrees. Las Vegas, 118 degrees. And San Francisco, 72 degrees. That is a look at the weather across the United States for this Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. And let's switch gears now. And let's take a look at this. Britney Spears' dad facing backlash over conservatorship battle. Let's take a listen to this video.
Cue Rachel Ray.
Hey friends, today we're whipping up some delicious recipes. So, who's hungry?
Pets love Rachel Ray Nutrish and its kitchen-inspired recipes with real meat, poultry, or fish. Rachel Ray Nutrish. Real recipes, real ingredients, real good.
Now to our GMA cover story, the latest on Britney Spears' conservatorship battle. Overnight, her father is speaking out. Jamie Spears says he and members of the family received threats since the singer's testimony. Haley Hartog has that story. Good morning, Haley.
Hey, George. After Britney Spears accused her family members and everyone involved in this conservatorship that controls her life of being abusive and exploitive, we didn't really hear any sort of rebuttal from any of them in court. Our only insight into their side of the story has trickled out one court filing at a time since then. Now, this latest reveal from Jamie Spears is about the backlash this family's facing.
Overnight, Britney Spears' father, Jamie Spears, speaking out in new court filings, saying he and other family members have received death threats since Britney's bombshell testimony last month. His filing coming after Jody Montgomery, the singer's conservator of person, requested over $50,000 a month for 24/7 security, saying that since the hearing, she's received messages that threaten violence and even death. Jamie Spears opposing the request in the court filing, saying that the expense is not reasonable, in part because other family members have received death threats, including Britney's younger sister, actress Jamie Lynn Spears. And that is not an expense that the conservatorship estate can sustain for multiple individuals for an extended, indefinite period of time. This is just the latest development in the legal battle surrounding the pop megastar, after Britney expressed her desire for the conservatorship to end, calling it abusive and saying, "I just want my life back."
And in this filing, Jamie Spears says he's been very concerned about what he calls the dangerous rhetoric that's been developing around the conservatorship for some time now. He says he's received these ongoing threats of varying degrees, not just for the last couple of weeks, but for years, George.
Given all that, it's hard to imagine that security isn't a reasonable and legitimate expense.
Yeah, George, and Britney Spears pointed out in court that she's responsible for footing the bill for everyone and everything related to this conservatorship, and that includes paying her father's legal fees to the tune of about $2 million, even paying for his communication strategist to defend his image at $850 an hour. With this next hearing, July 14th, there will be an accounting review. George.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're gonna switch gears now. Let's go into a cooking segment. Chef George Duran attempts pancake stacking record on GMA. Let's take a look at that right now.
Movie night.
Should have been watching the stove instead.
Tell me something I don't know.
With your farmer's policy for guaranteed replacement cost, your home can be rebuilt regardless of your limits.
That's really something.
Get a whole lot of something with farmer's policy perks.
We are farmers.
Chef Duran got us all sweating. He's taking on the pancake stacking palooza, taking on the challenge all morning. He's been working to break the Guinness World Record for the tallest stack of pancakes, previously set at 3 feet 4 inches. Got a Guinness rep here, been monitoring all morning, who is adding to the tension, actually, with the look on his face all morning here, man. Come on now. These pancakes, of course, we got blueberry here. Chef, tell me, why you wanted to take on this challenge anyway for Guinness World?
Well, I wanted to get my name in the Guinness Book of World Records for something, and obviously I'm not an Olympian.
All right.
So I said, hey, why not? Pancakes is the best breakfast I love.
Okay, it's been kind of intense up here, man. It has. So how is it going, first of all?
It's very intense. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and in this case, it's moving this way, and then that way, and then that way. So I have to kind of use all my skills for physics and chemistry and gravity, so make sure it stays still.
You have your friend here. You have lasers here. What are the lasers for?
The lasers make sure that we are absolutely straight, but guess what? We're not absolutely straight. So it just shifts, and as the temperature comes down of the pancakes, it starts shifting this way and that way. So again, this is why I'm not a structural engineer.
Okay, Chef. Okay, Chef, are we gonna make it? We got it's less than less than a foot, maybe. A foot. I mean, can we do it?
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna make it, Chef?
Do I think we're gonna make it? Well, it depends. First of all, do you like to eat blueberry pancakes?
I do. We might have some extras here.
We might have a lot of extras.
But are they gonna be on the floor?
They're not, absolutely not, because we are donating them to Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen.
Oh, okay, there we go.
So it's going to be fantastic.
Something great going to come out of this.
We're going to try our best. This is our final stack here. I don't even know. The thing is that we have to hold it for 5 seconds straight. And where is it going? Going this way, that way. Let's see. Is that bouncing? No, it's not bouncing. Oh my goodness, it's taller than me at this point.
So here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 5 seconds of standing. Once it's released, it has to be over 3 feet 4 inches. These are real pancakes fit for human consumption. So we'll take a measurement when they're ready, and then see if we can keep it standing for 5 seconds.
Live TV-wise, I've got about 40 seconds here left. We got no pressure. No pressure.
All right, beautiful blueberry pancakes that may not make it for the record, but how's that feel?
We take a measurement?
Yeah, let's go take a measurement. Let's see, first of all, let's do the measurement. Are we even close?
Okay, so we are at 32 inches.
How short is it?
A few more inches. We need at least 8 more inches.
And I got about 20 seconds.
Yeah,
give it a shot. You might as well give it a shot.
Let's get the small stack here. The final one.
Okay.
See if we can get this at the very
Got a
top.
hold for 5.
Cantilever.
Ready? Hands off. Ready?
Got a hold for 5.
Let go, let go.
5.
All right, but hey, like we say, the pancakes, blueberries, all of it's going to be donated, not going to waste. Donate them all to the Holy Apostle Soup Kitchen here in New York City.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Rock.
Okay, there you go. Looks like it did not happen, but getting donated, so that is good news there. And we're gonna switch our gears now, and let's go into some entertainment news. And in entertainment news, Wendy Williams makes viewer cringing reporting on death of TikTok star. Let's take a look at that right now.
That look is a look that can only happen by a roaring fire.
So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning.
Wendy Williams comes under fire again.
Like really? Like, are you serious?
On Wednesday, the daytime talk show host introduced a segment about the death of 19-year-old TikTok star Swavey by complaining that he had more followers than her on TikTok, but not on Instagram.
I have no idea who this is. Neither does Norman. Neither does one person in this building. Maybe Sus does. Do you know who Swavey is? Clap. Clap if you know who Swavey is. Okay. Sus?
It's not my cup of tea.
The clapping eventually stopped, which is when Wendy went on a minute-long discussion about the teen, also known as Matima Miller's, social media following.
He's a TikTok star. He's got more followers than me. 2.5 million.
On TikTok, but on Instagram, you have more followers.
Well, as my son Kevin would say, no one uses Instagram anymore.
What?
And as far as TikTok, I don't use that at all. I don't know what that is. I don't want to be involved.
Then the 56-year-old turned to a photo of the young dancer and revealed he had died.
So here he is. He's 19, and he was murdered Monday morning.
Swavey died from an apparent gunshot wound in Delaware. Wendy's moment went viral, with many calling for the show, which is in its 13th season, to be canceled. ET has reached out to the show for comment. All this comes just days after Wendy received backlash for comparing her failed marriage with ex-Kevin Hunter to Tabitha Brown's marriage, after the social media star told her fans that her recent successes have allowed her husband Chance to retire from his job as a police officer with the LAPD after 15 years, something she called a, quote, dream finally come true.
I was married to one of those. You know, I make the money and so on and so forth. Go live your dreams, buy a business, you know, stay with me, but go, go, go. You see how that turned out. I predict that this marriage is going to be on real rocky ground in a moment. Live your dream.
Shortly after that segment aired, Tabitha took to her Instagram to respond to Wendy's comments, claiming her marriage was nothing like the TV personality's marriage.
Wendy, the pain you must be in to feel this way, and I'm so sorry. But listen, let me tell you this. 23 years I've been with my husband. Yes, broke for a very long time together. Struggled for a very long time together. Succeeded for the last couple of years together.
Tabitha ended the video praying for Wendy to find the same kind of love she's experienced. And she captioned the clip, quote, keep God first. This is my word and prayer for Wendy Williams and anyone else that doesn't understand this type of love and support. God bless y'all. When E.T. caught up with Wendy in January, she got candid about her nearly 22-year marriage to her ex-husband, with whom she shares a 20-year-old son, Kevin Hunter Jr.
I stuck with my ex-husband because we had a son. If we didn't have children, I would have been out, you know. I would have been out. But we had a son, and we were living, my career was doing better. Every year my career would do better, and every year Kevin would turn into more of a jerk.
And the daytime talk show host opened up about the future, admitting she knows her TV show won't last forever.
I like doing something besides this talk show because this is not going to last forever. And being on TV in front of the camera is fun. I love doing this, but I'm realistic and I know it's not going to last forever. I would like to go into the classroom. I would like to be a professor. I would like to get into that classroom action. And I would like to actually start doing that before the talk show is over and then keep it going, you know, forever.
Okay, and there you go. And that is it for this Saturday morning edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your Saturday. See you back here later on today with more news coverage. Goodbye, everyone.